Mind is the arena where the material and the spiritual intersect. The mind is described as a gift from the divine minister, endowed with the capacity for growth, creativity, and spiritual receptivity. It is through the mind that we experience the Adjutant Spirit's ministry, enabling us to make moral choices, seek truth, and aspire towards higher reality. The mind's evolution is marked by increasing ability to integrate spiritual values with intellectual understanding, leading to a unified personality that reflects divine purpose. So tell us a little bit about the mind, well, much about the mind. And also, I mean, throughout these conversations, the word divine minister has popped up. Can you also explain a little bit about the divine minister, these two things?
Okay, so I will jump in first with the mind, and then we'll close with the divine minister. So,
Awesome.
the mind, uh, in the context of what we're talking about, so we've basically, been using this computer, this game analogy, just something that people can relate to. The mind, when we look at the mind, we could look at the mind as the sacred interface between the finite and the infinite. And in this concept, the mind is where the spirit renders experience, or as the revelation puts it, it's the arena of choice.
I mean, you just explained philosophy in a nutshell. It's where potential meets reality. I'll let
So,
you continue, please.
okay, look at it like this. What with our analogy, look at it, the mind as it's the VR headset, right?
Okay.
Translating informational potential into perceivable reality. So you look at the brain as the hardware, and then the mind as the software interface, the spirits as the network signal, and then your personality would be that unique user ID, and then your soul would be the accumulated data of meaning and values.
Oh, I mean, that's a perfect analogy for our times. I mean, you
Yeah,
just explained
yeah.
it
So the brain being the
perfectly.
hardware, the
Okay.
mind being the software interface, the spirit is the network signal, right? And then your personality is that unique user ID. And then your soul is the accumulated data of meaning and values. And when you look at it, your experiences are the data that you send back to the source.
To the
So,
cloud.
yeah, to the cloud. Yeah, to the
What?
cloud. you know,
No pun
so,
intended, but yeah, you send that
yeah,
to the cloud.
to the cloud, to the real cloud, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So your experiences are the data that you send back to the source. So every moral decision refines your code. Every loving act upgrades the collective system. So when you pause before reacting, right, you create processing space. That space is God entering into the loop. Through awareness, you shift from being programmed by instinct to consciously co-authoring the script, right? So the mind is sacred technology. It's where God runs his code through human choice.
I really like this of the importance of experience in our lives. And in the end, and this is, I mean, this is nothing, this is not novelty, but in the end, we come naked and we go naked. It's the experiences that we return to the source that really go beyond. I mean, not only our personality, but those experiences. And this is a concept that I really, really like. God the Father, the first source and center, upholder, controller of everything. He's fixed in paradise, right? So how can he really expand throughout his universe and live his universe? He does it through our experience. He does it through our trials, the happy trials as well as the sad trials.
Mhm.
So even though what we feel sometimes that we're abandoned, or maybe that we're God is not there, if you still your mind, like you're saying, if you become quiet, if you let that spirit invade you, you realize that He's experiencing that with you. He's suffering with you, and that's really powerful. How we are, in a way, feeding into this concept of God the Supreme, God the aggregate of everything, right?
Yeah. So stillness, I love what you said about stillness. So stillness is it's amazing. Stillness is not escape. It's like a system maintenance. It's how we synchronize the divine mainframe and render higher realities into our daily life. So you just gave an example of the Father. He has given us this still small voice, right?
Mm-hmm.
To go through and experience everything that we're going through. And the beautiful thing about experience is within every single experience, there is something to be gained, something to be learned, and something to be realized. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
There's something to be realized. And a lot of times we get like super emotional about like, it's like we look at things from what we see in front of our eyes, and imagine somebody looking at from the Google Maps or Google Earth view. It's
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
same view, but different perspectives.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah,
for
yeah.
example, someone is here, right? There are three guys. We're three guys. We're in the army. We're at war. We didn't cause the war, but we have to fight war. And we're three buddies. We love each other. We're fighting for our country. And all of a sudden, we're in a hole. Somebody throws in a grenade. And one of us looks, and before he can say anything, he jumps on the grenade. And it blows up. Now, we look at it like, oh my goodness, we lost a friend. But he just unlocked something. He learned something about courage, about selflessness that he unlocked. You understand? And we need to look at, see, the lives we live here are just but a little bit of time. It's just a
Fraction
little,
of our
just a
existence,
fraction.
of our whole
It's like
existence.
in compared to eternity, it's not even a blink of an eye. You understand? It's not even a blink of an eye. And look at it like this, right? A moth is really not beautiful, right? It's little cocoon, and then it has all this stuff, and then all of a sudden it goes from a moth and it comes out this beautiful iridescent butterfly. Now imagine this butterfly, right? You telling this butterfly, oh, you were with the other moths and their hearts are going to be broken. And because they're going to be broken, you shouldn't be a butterfly anymore. You should go back and be a moth. No, another life has continued. You understand? We've moved on to, and so we need to look at things in perspective like that. And it's just a beautiful thing when you really look at, the mind, and this divine game of growth. Because reality, if I was to stay true to this whole theme of how we've been talking about this, I would say this is a divine game of growth. Okay.
Yes.
That reality is the spiritual simulation where love is the objective and choice is the controller and consciousness is the screen. And Christ Michael showed us the end game, a being so aligned with the source that every action rendered the truth and compassion perfect. So when we live that way, we just don't play the game, we upgrade it. Our growth refines the system itself. And that's what the revelation calls the evolution of the supreme being. Or, with our example, it'll be the larger consciousness system evolving towards love.
Yes.
You know,
Yes. Totally.
it's
Totally.
yeah, So I just like to tell everybody who's gonna be watching this, take the time daily to log out of noise and to reconnect to the source through
Yeah.
stillness and ask, you know, what data of love did I return today? Because that's what endures, not information, but transformation.
That.
We're not
I love that.
avatars seeking the divine, we are the divine learning to play human.
Yes, and like that concept. I talk. I mean, on my studies and in my work about the law of time, and with the Mayans, they have a concept called the dream spell. And we're playing this dream. We're in this dream, and the better that you can live this dream and you can fulfill this dream. And what I mean, dreams can go into, fondest dreams or nightmares. Try to live in control, like you were saying. You have control of your mind. You can control and guide with your mind.
Yep. And in each dimension of reality, you can do that. So you were talking about, not to segue into other things. there are different revelation.
By the way, this is just the beginning of our relationship, and we're gonna have to unpack a lot of other topics. So, I mean, don't worry, we're gonna get to that sometime. But yes, this is, but we have a little bit of time left. But I wanted you to because we're talking about this divine minister. Who is this divine minister? And since you're explaining these things so beautifully and lovingly, I want you to explain to our audience who the divine minister is.
The divine minister. Man, first of all, we need to take a second and just appreciate that. A minister, ministers, right?
Mm-hmm.
But a divine minister. So the divine minister must be on a divine mission. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? Intentions are pure. So the divine minister is the Holy Spirit,
Okay.
and that's the Spirit of Christ Michael poured out on all of us. So you know what? I'd like to take a real topic to really like to like to like I like on certain subjects I don't want to kind of like do cutaways and but the divine
You want to
minister.
do a whole topic on the divine minister? Let's do that.
Yeah,
You want
because
to?
this will be we can really like get into meat and bones. You understand? Meat and bones,
I
and we can
agree.
like really we can really get deep. We can really get deep. There's
So
something that I
let's
like.
let's yeah, just mention something. But yes, I will take your word on that, and we're going to schedule something later so we can have a second part of this conversation.
I'm actually being led to do something right now. So let's do this right now.
Yes.
I want you to do this, Santiago. Get comfortable where you are right now. Just get comfortable where you are. Right? Yes. Hello.
Hey, there you are.
Yes. The energies are very, very, very strong. For those of you, well, he'll probably tell you about this. All kinds of wonderful things have been happening at this stuff. I'm not surprised. It's a lot of powerful things that are just happening right now. But I wanted you to do this. This is something that we do, and everyone can follow along. I just want you to I want you to relax, right? I want you
Okay.
to relax, and I want you to think about a memory, a very pure memory, something nice. It could be anything. It could be a favorite food. It could be sitting on your grandmother's lap. It could be a favorite place. I want you to think of a pure, wonderful, great time. It could be the first time you met a loved one, the best moment of your life. And I want you to really just think about it. I want you to relive it. If it is a place, maybe it was at your grandfather's farm, I want you to feel the grass under your feet. If it was a meal, I want you to smell it. I want you to taste it. I want you to take your mind now and just relax your mind. Just relax your mind. We're going to have a wonderful time in the simulation right now. Just relax your mind. Now you're at a great place. You're at a great place. Now, I want you to do this right now. I want you to go inside. I want you to begin to think about the nature and the character of God. You could take just one thing and just focus on it. It could be grace, it could be love, it could be light. I just want you to just focus on that right now. Just focus on that and just appreciate it and see it for what it is and how beautiful and how lovely and how it impacts you and everything that has gone into that. It's glorious, it's lovely, it's perfect. Yes, this is divine. And now I want you now to take the time right now to think about one thing that it is that you want to accomplish or you want to happen or you want to do. Anything it could be. I just want you to think about it in your mind's eye. And then right now, I want you to now begin to look at that, whatever it was, and begin to see it, begin to visualize it in the light of how you want it to play out. So if it was a door, I want you to begin to see this door open. If it was a job that you're looking, see yourself receiving a call, See yourself getting dressed. See yourself walking in, meeting your the new employees of your new company. Whatever it is, I want you to visualize it, and I want you to put your attention, your awareness towards it. And then right now, I want you to use a supreme assertion of human thought to consider this a reality, whatever it is, a supreme assertion of human thought. And then now I just want you to be thankful. Just be thankful. Just be grateful. Just be appreciative. Be in awe. Be thankful. Glory, glory, glory. And I'm going to count down from 5. And when I get to 1, I want you to come back to me. Just be thankful. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're back. And for every one of you guys that have just gone through this, I know it's beautiful, it's wonderful. I want you guys to send a message right on, in the comments, send Santiago, make a video, talk about it. And this is something that you can do all the time, all the time, all the time. It's been beautiful. It's been lovely, Santiago. I look forward to fellowshipping with you again. The energy has been absolutely incredible, man. Incredible. It's been incredible. It's been so incredible. The lines keep on cutting off.
Yes, I know, I know. It's too much energy flowing, brother. It was
you know,
really. I mean, I'm closing this program glowing. So I really appreciate it. And shoot, this is the beginning of a lot of conversations that we're gonna have. Really filled me. Really brought me a lot of insights. Which that's what I really like about life. It's so many things that can happen, and such a good conversations and community that we can have.
and I want to thank you for bringing me on. For those of you who don't know, I have a lovely, lovely, lovely sister, April Helen, and she connected us. And I remember the first time we spoke, it was just this awesome connection. My brother from another mother, and it's just a pleasure to come on and learn and share and just fellowship, because that's what it is. Iron sharpeneth iron, and one man's countenance another. And that's what this is all about. I do not claim to have all the answers. I am learning. I am growing. I am humble. I want to learn. And whatever I know, I'll try and teach. And, I'm open to learn and just fellowship. And I just love the opportunity. So thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother Bilal. And thank
Thank you.
all of you that joined us. I hope you really enjoyed this podcast. If you liked it, you can subscribe. You can only if you liked it, and you can also share it, tell people about us. And maybe that there's something they can take out of our conversations. So thank you for joining. Thank you for participating. And I'm Santiago Kneeland. This is the Divine Within. Take care and carpe diem. On the Divine Within podcast, we'll share real conversations to help you find a personal connection with God. My goal is to support your faith, growth, and journey toward discovering the divine within yourself. Join us to deepen your faith and spiritual journey.